Hi everyone, my name is P.F. Sloan. I'm going to be performing Saturday night, 7 o'clock, at the Coffee Gallery in Altadena. And I'm sitting here with Stephen E. Feinberg, a renowned playwright. And we are going to be discussing uh, the motivations and the reasons for this particular show and the other great artists that are going to be performing that evening in a three-ring circus of art and music, rather than the idea of opening act and middle act and attraction show. It's going to be
Three acts,
three exactly.
rings,
It's going
all
to be
playing at once.
beautifully said. Yeah, it's not playing at once, but perhaps at
Because
the
that
end.
would be a three-ring circuit.
Perhaps at the end,
Yeah.
that will be the thing.
That would work really interesting.
Yeah. So it's actually a three-act play.
All at once?
No, Steve, you originally introduced me to Marie.
Yeah.
She and Pat are friends of yours.
Yes.
Tell me something about Marie.
Marie gave me a CD of her music, and I listened to it, and I was blown away. I mean, it was melodious, it was poetic, it was sincere, and I loved the honesty of it. And we had breakfast, and I said, let's go have breakfast and talk about this music. And we ate breakfast, and we didn't talk about the music, and then we talked about the music, and we talked about it for about 2.5 hours.
Her voice is
And it was like, I
like
just, you have
transcendental.
to, you're doing the right thing. You're doing something that you have to do. It's not something that you should do, or you want to break into show business and all this stuff. This is something that you have to do. You have to do. So she's going to be performing at this venue with you and Creed.
Yeah, I think you'll be amazed at how at her transcendental sense of singing is so pure, um, and she's just an absolute wonder and delight. So she's going to perform on her own and by herself with guitar, and that should be wonderful.
Yeah, it should be a great performance. You know Creed, and you've known him for a long time.
Yeah, Creed Bratton had called me up and said, I'm working on The Office, 6 months out of the year. I really miss getting out and playing for people, because that's my roots. I was with the Grassroots, and he said, if it ever comes that there's a venue, where you're going to play somewhere, he said, how about thinking of me, and I'd love to get out and perform for people. So the point is that it's a rare treat. He does not get out and perform all that much. He is a force of nature in terms of his humor. He is I mean, obviously, if you're a fan of The Office, you only get to catch him saying some things, for maybe a minute in the show. Imagine spending an hour with him and getting to hear his stories and his songs, and you get to actually really be up close with him. And it's yeah, he's just one of the funniest people I've ever met. So that is my friend Creed Bratton, and hopefully will be your friend after you see him. As a songwriter, uh, one one is inspired by events, by love, by heartbreak, by people. Uh, Songwriting is both a craft and an art, and some people practice it as a surgeon practices their craft, which is a 24-hour-a-day situation. Uh, if you're constantly open to the wonders of the universe, um, then the the wonderful opportunity that you have to be able to put that into songs, but even more so to have people listen and react to them, is what a songwriter does, and that is what I've done in this life. And I had determined at a very young age that I did not want to revisit a subject again and again and again. Hence, I've only made a handful of albums in comparison to other artists that have 40 or 50 or 60 or 80 or 100, simply because there's only 8 notes in an octave, there's only 12 possible plot points in life, and I wanted to deal with each one completely. So there's a small number of songs that I've written, but I stand by them as both teenage enthusiasm to social consciousness. Uh, I stand as an American. I stand as a human being, and I stand as a divine believer in the divine. Um, Hope to bring that into a performance, the best of my ability. This is not something I do every day, 300 days a year. I do this once every 7 years. So if you miss it, you know, you're going to be collecting Social Security the next time I play. So, you know, come out and say you caught it. If you dug it, you know, you might want to come to another show if I'm blessed to play again.
Come out and catch something. It's it's going to be a great night.
From a distance, you can hear a crying angel sing. Oh, she's crying for the sadness tomorrow's sins may bring.